I'd now like to introduce our Dean, Dr. Christine Casper. Prior to joining UNM, Dr. Casper served as a senior nurse executive in the United States Department of Veterans Affairs, Office of Nursing Services. In her Veterans Affairs post, she advised the Chief Nursing Officer on academics, research, and policy, and was a professor in the Daniel K. Inouye Graduate School of Nursing at Uniformed Services University in Bethesda, Maryland. Dean Casper received her PhD at the University of Michigan, where she studied nursing and physiology. Following a postdoctoral fellowship at Rush University in physiology and biophysics, she served as a professor at the University of Wisconsin-Madison and the University of California, Los Angeles. Dr. Casper held the M. Adelaide Nutting Research Chair at Johns Hopkins University. Please join me in welcoming Dean Casper.
Thank you. Welcome and good evening. It's my pleasure to welcome all of you, excuse me, to the 2022 White Coat Ceremony here at the University of New Mexico College of Nursing. I have to point out this is one of the top colleges of nursing in the country, and you are an elite group that's been accepted. And in spite of everything, nursing and the science of nursing is tough. There's no easy way around it. You're expected to be scientists. It's applied STEM science. You know, we expect you to go on to graduate school and to your doctoral degrees. So get on with it. So joining us today for the ceremony are the following: Dr. Sophia Rogers, University of New Mexico College of Nursing alumnus. Dr. Judy Liesfeld, Associate Dean for Education and Innovation. Dr. Liesfeld's a very important part of the college. Susan Kornkevich, Undergraduate Program Director. Oh, sorry. I would like to recognize the UNM College of Nursing faculty who provide an exceptional educational experience for our students. The backbone of any organization is the support staff, and joining us today are select staff volunteers. Their efforts supporting the faculty and students are invaluable. Thank you all so very much. A very generous donor and alumna of the UNM College of Nursing, Carolyn Dooley Martinez, provided funding for this ceremony today. Ms. Martinez started out like you with a dream of becoming a nurse. She, like many of us, wants you to know that you have a support system that believes in you and will see you through your journey to become a nurse. On behalf of the College of Nursing, we once again thank her for her just exceptional generosity. That's where we would applaud. Students, today you will don your first white coat in the presence of family, friends, and faculty members as you embark on your journey in collegiate nursing education. This event allows the College of Nursing to officially welcome you into our profession here at the university. Your white coat serves as a powerful symbol of compassion combined with scientific excellence. You are a very impressive group of students, as I said before. There are many of you in this class coming from all over New Mexico. There are members of the military and first-generation college students. Several of you are bilingual and even trilingual, speaking Spanish, Chinese, French, German, Korean, American Sign, Russian, and more. All in all, you are very representative of the candidates we have been admitting to the College of Nursing ever since we started in 1955. I look forward to seeing all of you succeed here at the University of New Mexico College of Nursing and throughout your career as a professional nurse. I would now like to introduce you to our keynote speaker, Dr. Sophia Rogers. Dr. Rogers is a critical care nurse practitioner and practices within the pulmonary critical care service at Loveless Health Systems here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. She has over 42 years of clinical experience and practice as the first acute care nurse practitioner in New Mexico. That's a trailblazer. She has lectured extensively at various national conferences on trauma, critical care, and acute care topics, along with receiving numerous clinical awards, including the American Association of Nurse Practitioners State Clinical Award of Excellence and the Outstanding Nurse Practitioner Circle of Excellence Award from the American Association of Critical Care Nurses. These are very, very high honors here in the United States. Dr. Rogers was the first New Mexico clinician to be inducted as a fellow into the American Association of Nurse Practitioners. And in 2008, she was inducted into the American College of Critical Care Medicine, where she is currently serving on the ACCM Credentials Committee. In 2024, she will serve as the second nurse chair of that committee. In 2013, she was selected as UNM Outstanding Alumni, and in 2015, she was chosen as the top 60 graduates from the University of New Mexico College of Nursing in celebration of the college's 60th anniversary. In 2018, she received the New Mexico chapter of the American Association of Critical Care Nurses Lifetime Achievement Award. That's pretty amazing. Of all her accolades, she believes her best is that of being Steve's wife, Barry's mother, and Kai's grandmother. Please join me in welcoming UNM alumna Sophia Rogers.
Thank you, Dr. Casper. Welcome, class of 2022. Congratulations on choosing the most honorable profession. According to the latest Gallup poll, for the 17th year in a row, nursing was chosen as the most trusted profession. None truer than now. In the face of the COVID-19 pandemic, nurses are recognized as heroes, frontline workers who risk their lives daily to care for patients. It is good to be recognized, but we have done these for years, even before COVID. Now, as Dr. Casper said, I've been a nurse for over 42 years, and I remember being in your seat 45 years ago, full of enthusiasm and excitement as I start to embark on this journey. And you know what? I still have these feelings. Along the way, I've gained much knowledge and wisdom, and I would like to share some of these with you. First, always treat your patients and family with empathy. I'm reminded of a definition given by the nursing theorist Virginia Henderson about nursing. She said the unique function of the nurse is to assist the individual, sick or well, in the performance of these activities, contributing to health, its recovery, or to a peaceful death. That definition is so profound, especially the phrase, help patients to a peaceful death. This has been a daily occurrence with the COVID-19 pandemic. On one particular day, we had 7 deaths. One almost become numb to it. However, we cannot forget the fact that that patient is someone's father, brother, son, uncle, or friend. Last week, I had to withdraw care on a patient who was sick of COVID-19, who had been intubated for almost 40 days. He was not getting better. As a matter of fact, he was getting worse. I had to call his daughter to give her the news. She was in Chinle making funeral arrangements for her mother, who died exactly 1 week prior in our ICU. She returned to Albuquerque and came into the hospital to be with her father. She made the decision, the very difficult decision, to go ahead and let him go. I told her that she made the ultimate selfless decision and showed her father unconditional love to not let him suffer anymore. We took him off the ventilator, and within 15 minutes, he passed. She sat by his bedside holding his hand as he took his last breath. When I came into the room to pronounce him, she wept. Despite social distancing, I put my arms around her. I held her for a few seconds. Then I stood next to her with my hand on her back, and I cried with her. At that moment, I tried to empathize what it would be like to lose both my mother and father 1 week apart. We have sat next to patients and held their hands as they die when there are no family members present. We have cried with patients and families who were given a terminal diagnosis. Empathy is the hallmark of nursing. The second wisdom I like to impart to you is to keep learning. As Dr. Casper said, don't stop with your baccalaureate degree. Continue seeking higher learning. There are many options. If you find that you enjoy the clinical aspect of nursing, get your nurse practitioner, midwifery, or CRNA. Now, one thing I do recommend is work as a nurse for at least 5 years prior to obtaining these degrees. I really think it will make you a better advanced practice provider. If you love research and teaching, get your DNP, get your PhD. The knowledge to care for patients constantly change. Attend regional, national conferences, in-hospital, in-services, join a journal club to keep up to date with the literature and research so that you can practice the latest evidence-based nursing and medical care. Teach a class, set up an in-service and teach a topic that interests you. I promise you, you will learn a great deal as you research the topic. Next is become a leader. Join committees within your hospital organizations to advocate for nursing. Often many of these committees are led by administrators or physicians, and they might not understand the nursing perspective. And that's what makes it important for you to become involved. Be involved with your state legislature to help change laws regarding nursing practice. During the last legislative session, a group of nurse practitioners and I went up to the Roundhouse, and we had the pleasure and the honor of speaking to legislatures to pass House Bill 280, which allow nurse practitioners and midwives to have admitting privileges to hospitals. Your voice and involvement do matter, and they can change laws, and you do make a difference. Also, be involved in national organizations. If you're interested in becoming a critical care nurse, the American Association of Critical Care Nurses have just a plethora of committees that you can join. There's also even a local chapters, which monthly they provide in-services on how to take care of critically ill patients. Just join the American Nurses Association. You can play an active and pivotal role to be on committees which can change practice specific to your area of nursing. Then after a couple of years, be a preceptor. It's very rewarding to mentor a younger colleague and help them succeed. Also consider publishing articles in journals. If you and your colleague have started a program which positively impacts patient care, share it with others by publishing it or presenting it at conferences. In 1996, I became the first acute care nurse practitioner in New Mexico. This was a fairly new role in the United States. I had the pleasure of presenting this role at regional and national conferences so that others can see how to develop a similar role in their institution. Last and not least, and I'm going to emphasize what Heidi talked about, take time for yourself and your family. This job is extremely stressful. Often we're working 12 to 14 hours per shift. And at times you're not going to even get a lunch break, or if you are going to be eating, you're sitting at the desk catching up on charting. We're dealing with life and death in a constant stream of high stress situations. This will take a toll on you physically as well as mentally. After a while, you may begin to feel burnout. Signs of burnout can be manifested as fatigue, dreading going to work, feeling underappreciated, and feeling constantly overworked. The National Academy of Medicine reports that at least 50% of professionals across medical fields report serious symptoms of burnout, including emotional exhaustion, cynicism, and low sense of professional accomplishment. It's even more true now with the COVID-19. And if this is not treated, this can lead to poor job performance, medical mistakes on the job, substance abuse, high turnover rates, and even suicide. Practicing self-care and mindfulness is one of the best ways to prevent burnout. Set boundaries between work and personal life. I know it's easier said than done. When you shift this over, leave any thoughts, feelings, grievances about work at work. Make a point to focus your time spent with your family and friends. As Heidi said, take some time on the weekends, spend some time, make some time for your family. Do activities you enjoy, such as exercise, biking, yoga. Be creative. I love to sew and make jewelry. This is one of my pieces of jewelry that I make. And sometimes after a very hard shift, a long shift, I'll get in my studio and I'll just spend 15 minutes in there. And that's 15 minutes that I'm not thinking about what a horrible day I've had. You have to make that time. I know it's easier said than done. I mean, even now with your schoolwork, I know some of you are working as well. This is very, very difficult. Now I have many other wisdoms that I have learned, but unfortunately my time has come to a close. I would like to wish all of you the best of luck in your remaining studies. Congratulations on choosing to become a member of the nation's most trusted profession. I would be so proud to call you my nursing colleague. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Rogers, for sharing your experience and for inspiring us all. My name is Dr. Judy Liesfeld. I am the Associate Dean for Education and Innovation at the UNM College of Nursing. I too would like to welcome everyone to our white coat ceremony. The University of New Mexico College of Nursing comes from a rich history. In the spring of 1955, $60,000 was approved as a line item in the university's budget during the state legislative session to establish the College of Nursing. This also marked the creation of the first Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree program in the state of New Mexico. In June 1959, the University of New Mexico awarded 12 Bachelor of Science in Nursing degrees to the first graduates. In addition to being the first College of Nursing in the state and offering the first Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree, the college has paved the way for nursing education in the state by offering the first advanced practice master's programs and the state's first Doctor of Philosophy in Nursing degree. After 65 years with more than 8,500 alumni, approximately 1,000 students are currently enrolled across bachelor's, master's, postmaster's certificate, and doctoral programs, and following in the footsteps and traditions laid by many visionary and dedicated nurses who shaped the rich history of the college. Now you may have asked yourself, what exactly is a white coat ceremony and why is it significant? In 2014, recognizing the vital role nurses play in the healthcare team, the Gold Foundation partnered with the American Association of Colleges of Nursing to adopt a white coat ceremony for nursing. More than 310 schools of nursing now participate, and the number continues to grow. The white coat ceremony is intended for first-year students in nursing and is a rite of passage. It serves to welcome students to nursing practice and elevate the value of humanism as the core of healthcare. It provides a powerful emphasis on compassion in combination with scientific excellence. The most important element of the ceremony is the oath that students take in front of family members, school leadership, and their peers to acknowledge their central obligation of caring for the patient. It is now my privilege to welcome the class of 2022. So congratulations to all. I wish I could have said each and every one of your names, but this was highly unusual this year, and we're just so happy you're all with us. And once again, congratulations, and thank you to all the parents and families who participated.
So good evening. That was really fun. I enjoyed that, not as much as when we're in person. I am glad that I wasn't Dr. Liesfeld and had to keep track of all those groups, because I would have messed it up. But as they mentioned before, my name is Sue Korenkevich, and I'm the undergraduate program director. So again, I just want to wish everyone, all the students, congratulations, on this rite of passage. The profession of nursing is steeped in years of tradition and rites of passage. And one of these includes the nurse's oath, where we pledge to embody all that it is to be a nurse. If you're looking at a program, I'm not sure that you are, a paper program, it's on page 5, but it's also going to be shared for you on screen. So we want to invite all the nurses here with us today to recite the oath with our students. Obviously, we're not going to be able to unmute and everybody, create this horrible mess. But if you follow along at home, that would be wonderful. So, and usually we have everyone stand for this, but you don't have to, obviously. As a nurse dedicated to providing the highest quality care and services, I solemnly pledge that I will consider the welfare of humanity and relief of suffering my primary concerns, act in a compassionate and trustworthy manner in all aspects of my care, apply my knowledge, experience, and skills to the best of my ability to assure optimal outcomes for my patients, exercise sound professional judgment while abiding by legal and ethical requirements, accept the lifelong obligation to improve my professional knowledge and competence, promote, advocate for, and strive to protect the health, safety, and rights of the patient. With this pledge, I accept the duties and responsibilities that embody the nursing profession. I take this oath voluntarily with the full realization of the responsibility with which I am entrusted by the public. Yay. So nursing students, on behalf of the faculty and staff at the College of Nursing, please accept our sincere welcome and congratulations on your journey to becoming a nurse. Give yourselves a big round of applause. Yay. And thank you all for coming. Students, you're welcome to post your white coat photos on social media. Be sure to tag the UNM